Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we are going to learn topic 3, application of differentiation and integration in economy and business. Lecture 4 of 4, subtopic 3.3, consumers surplus and producers surplus. At the end of the lecture, students should be able to determine the market equilibrium point, sketch the demand and supply curve, label the market equilibrium point, consumer and producer surplus regions, and determine consumer surplus and producer surplus.
Next part is consumer surplus denoted by CS. Alright. Suppose P is the price that a consumer is willing to pay for quantity X of a product. The demand curve can be written as PX. So DX refer to demand curve. In general, the demand curve is decreasing function. Okay, denote this one. So if the market price is Y0 and the corresponding market demand is X0, then those consumers who would be willing to pay more than this market price gain from the fact that the price is only Y0. The total consumer gain is represented by area below the demand curve and above the line Y equals to Y0, and this one is known as consumer surplus. Right, so we have two figures here. So this one is for linear and this one is for quadratic. So the CS or consumer surplus is always below the demand curve and above the line Y equals to Y0. So this one is our CS. Right, so this one is our CS. Right, so how to calculate the CS? The formula for CS or consumer surplus is given by CS equals to integration from 0 to X0 demand function with respect to X, X0, Y0. That is consumer surplus. And next one is producer surplus and denoted by PS. Suppose P is the price that a producer is willing to charge for a quantity X of a product is governed by the supply curve SX. So SX is supply curve. In general, the supply function is an increasing function. If the market price is Y0 and the corresponding market supply is X0, then those producers who would be willing to supply the commodity below the market price gain from the fact that the price is Y0. The total producer gain is represented by the area above the supply curve and below the line Y equals to Y0, and this is known as producer surplus, PS. So this one we have supply curve, this one is linear, this one is quadratic. So above the supply curve and below the line Y equals to Y0. So this one is producer surplus, this one is our producer surplus. So how to calculate the producer surplus? We have a formula for that, which is producer surplus is equals to X0 multiplied by Y0 minus integration of 0 to X0 supply curve with respect to dx. That is producer surplus. And last one is the market equilibrium point, MEP. I would say MEP lah. Okay, the point of intersection. Okay, the point of intersection of the demand curve and the supply curve. So which means this one you have to take dx equals to sx. It's called the equilibrium point of a free market. The coordinate of market equilibrium point is x0, y0, where y0 is the price at which the producer is willing to supply, and x0 is the quantity of the goods purchased by the consumer and supplied by the producer. The equilibrium condition is expressed by the equation this one. So we will use dx equals to sx in order to calculate the MEP. Alright, so this is the final graph. So we have quantity here, we have price here, so we have supply curve here, we have demand curve here. So we have, so x0, y0 is happening here, so this one is x0, dy is y0. The CS is above here and the producer supply is down here. That is MEP. Find the consumer surplus at the price level of 8 when the demand function is dx equals to 20 minus 0.05 x, right? So price level, so this one indirectly we have this one equals to dx when the demand function is dx equals to. So what we have to do is, so we are given dx equals to 20 minus 0.05x, right? So dx is equals to 8, so this one is 8 equals to 20 minus 0.05x, so this one x equals to 240, which means so our x naught equals to 240 implies y naught equals to 8. This one is coming from dx. Okay, but question asks to find consumer surplus. Consumer surplus CS. So CS, oh sorry, not this way. Consumer surplus equals to integration from 0 to x naught, which is 240, and demand function is 20 minus 0.05x dx minus x naught y naught, which is 240 multiplied by 8. Okay, so we integrate this one, we should have 20x minus 0.025 x square, and limit of integration is 0 to 40 minus 1920. So next step is we substitute, so we should have 20 to 40 minus 0.025 240 square minus 0. So y minus 0 here is, if I substitute 0 in this function, I got 0. So to be safe, I put this one is not compulsory, minus 1920. Press your calculator and your final answer should be 1440. Because this one is CS, so my conclusion is here. So therefore the CS is, don't forget the RM1440. Find the producer's surplus at the price level of 20. So this one is our Sx, and the supply function is Sx equals to 2 plus 0.0002x squared. So this one basically you have to solve. So we have Sx equals to 2 plus 0.0002x squared. Okay, so our Sx equals to 20, so this one equals to 20 equals to 2 plus 0.0002x squared. Go, we simplify this one. You should have simplify this one first. So this one we have 0.0002x squared equals to 18. Simplify this one, I should have x squared equals to 90,000. Okay, this one I do x squared minus 90,000 equals to 0. So x minus 300, x plus 300 equals to 0. So therefore x equals to 300 and x equals to negative 300. Ignore. y. So x is normally number of products now. So therefore our x0 is 300 implies to y0 equals to 20. Right, so question asks to find the producer surplus. So the PS here, so the PS equals to x0 y0. So 300 multiplied by 20 minus integration from 0 to 300, 2 plus 0.0002, I should alright, so this one is 300, 2 plus 0.0002 x square dx. Okay, so this one equals to 6000 minus 2x plus 0.0002 x cubed over 3. So this one is 300, so 0, so this one is 6000, and this one is 6000 minus 300 plus 0.0002 300 cube over 3 and minus 0. Sorry, so minus 0 here. So you press your calculator, you should have 3600. So therefore the producer surplus is RM 3600. Find the equilibrium price. So this one we need to find what is Y, consumer surplus, so what is our CS, and producer surplus, what is PS. At the equilibrium price level, if dx equals to 20 minus 0.05x and sx equals to 2 plus 0.0002x squared. So first one, we need to solve what is y. So we need to solve dx equals to sx. So what is dx? 20 minus 0.05x, sx equals to 2 plus 0.0002x squared. Simplify this one, we have 0.0002 x squared plus 0.05x minus 18 equals to 0. So I simplify this one, I should have x squared plus 250x minus 90,000 equals to 0. So this one, x minus 200 x plus 450 equals to 0. So x equals to 200 and x equals to negative 450, and this one we ignore. So therefore x equals to 200. But the question asks y, not x. So we need to find y. So we can use dx or sx here. So I use dx. So what I need, I just substitute 200 in dx or sx function. So d 200 equals to 20 minus 0.05 200, and this one equals to 10. So therefore the equilibrium price is RM 10. That is Y. So next one is we need to find the consumer surplus. I'll do it here. Okay, so the consumer surplus, so first one is consumer surplus. So we have to integrate from 0 to 200, and we have to use the demand function, which is 20 minus 0.05 x dx minus 200 10. Okay, so this one we have 20x minus 0.025x square, and 200 here, 0 here, minus 2000. Okay, next step we substitute, so we have 20 200 minus 0.025 200 square minus 0. Okay, so minus 2000, so therefore this one equals to 1000. Okay, so conclude the CS is RM 1000. That is our CS. Next is we have to find our PS. So PS, I hope I can fit in here. So PS equals to 200 multiplied by 10 minus 0 to 200. What is supply function? 2 plus 0.0002 x square dx. Alright, so this one is 2000 minus, okay, so this one is 2x plus 0.000 2x cubed over 3 300. Okay, next one is we substitute, so this one we have 2000 minus 2, why 300 there? This one is not 300, sorry guys, that one is not 300, that one is 200. Okay, so next one is 2000 minus 200 plus 0.0002 200 cube over 3, and last one is v minus 0. So this answer is 1066.67. so conclusion is up here. So therefore the producer surplus is RM 1066.67. Done. The demand function and supply function in ringgit Malaysia of a product are given by as dx equals to negative x square minus 6x plus 200 and Sx equals to 4x respectively, where x is the number of products. Determine the market equilibrium point. So sketch the two functions and marks the region that represent the consumer surplus and producer surplus. When the market is in equilibrium, determine the value of consumer surplus and producer surplus. So question A, we have to find MEP. Okay, so let's find MEP. So MEP, so we have to solve dx equals to Sx. So what is dx? Dx is negative x squared minus 6x plus 200 equals to 4x. Okay, we solve this one. So we have x squared plus 10x minus 200 equals to 0. So this one is x minus 10, x plus 20 equals to 0. So we have x equals to 10, x equals to negative 20, x equals to negative 20. We ignore, so therefore x equals to 10. But question asks point, so we need to find y. Okay, so y, so question this one, so S10 equals to 4. What is happening? 4, so this one is 40. So therefore MEP equals to 10, 40. Done. Question A. Question B, we have to sketch the two function. This one, so question B, I'll do it here. Question B, so we have to sketch the function. So dx is quadratic, so Sx is a linear. So basically we should have something like this one. Okay, so this one. Okay, so this one is x, so this one is y. Okay, so we have quadratic 200, so let's say we have this way. Okay, and this one we have something like this one. Okay, so xy, so this one is Sx, so this one is dx. Okay, so we have to draw here. Oh, hang on, let me do it properly. So this one, okay, so this one is 10 basically, so this one supposedly 40, right? So this one is 200, so this one is you have to shade it properly, okay, until the end. So this one is CS, so this one is PS. Then so sketch the two function and mark the region. So we sketch two function Sx dx, we mark the region as CS PS. Done. Question B. Okay, the next one is we have to find consumer surplus and producer surplus again. So for the CS we have we have to integrate from 0 to 10. Demand function negative y negative x square minus 6x plus 200 dx minus 10, 40. Okay, so we integrate this one, we have negative x cubed over 3 minus 3x square minus 3x square plus 200x 0 to 10 minus 400. Okay, so this one we have negative 10 cubed over 3 minus 3 10 square plus 210 minus 0 then minus 400, and answer is, I don't have enough space, so I put here, so 966.67. okay, so therefore the CS is RM 966.67. that is our consumer surplus. Next one is our producer surplus. So PS equals to x naught multiplied by y naught minus, integrate from 0 to 10, supply function which is for x dx. Okay, so this one is 400 minus 2x square 10 0. So next step is we substitute here, so this one down here, so we substitute 400 minus 210 square minus 0, so this one we should have 200. okay, so therefore the producer surplus is RM 200.
Don't forget to try this extra exercise, and you can check your answer with your friends and lecturer. Thanks for watching.